Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. Thank you for clicking and thank you for joining to watch the video today. I'm so happy to be back, y'all. I tell you what, yesterday a video might have been a bumbling crafty, but I've been under the weather, y'all. I tell you what, I just couldn't shake that. So I wanted to come on today. What I'm going to do is probably a few days this week before I get into my next journal is I'm going to do some ephemera pre-made plain Jane basics of different assorts. Do a little bit of sharing on, and my camera's crooked. Do a little bit of sharing on ways that I store stuff and reason why I do things that I do and what I've got and this, that, and other. First thing I wanted to do was, if y'all remember, I had got this this book from a thrift store. So what I've done is I'm going to use this as a glue book, and I'll glue on it for certain things when I do some ephemera builds and stuff like that. And I'll just, you know, fold it this way or fold it in half, and then that'll be a tag, and then fold it in half, and that'll be a pocket, or cut it in half, tuck spot. So what I did was, if you can see, I just pulled the cover off of it. That's all I've done to it. And so what I'm thinking, you know, because this is a 6-inch front cover. Let's see, how long are you? And it's 9.5 inches tall, 6 inches wide, 9.5 inches tall, and about a good inch spine, about 1.25 inches actually. So we can do a single fat journal, or we can do two journal signature in this. I would do one single fat journal, of course, because that's my style. But you know, so what I'm going to do is I will take where this here is a little messy, clean that up, and I will reinforce that with either paper or some kind of thin cloth, depending on what I want to wrap it in. I'll probably wrap it in cloth, to be honest with you, because then I would just take and put my cloth folded over, and then I would put a pretty paper on the inside of it, and then on the inside of this I would just run cloth down the middle of it, or lace, either one, just to reinforce that spine, because it's already, you know, it's already a natural book, you know. And then you just cover it with whatever you want to. So there we go. So then what I done was, you know, I told you I had, remember my bling pouch that I had, where I told you it was like just a sheet set cover pouch? Well, I opened up another sheet set where I was sick, you know, and cleaned up my, washed my sheets and that, get the fungus out of it. So this was in that sheet set. And I have taken these and covered them and made a photo album, a mini album. So it would be like an 8 by 10. And then on this flat piece, I will leave it because it would be a natural fold, natural box. So then I would take and attach lace to one side or the other and put Velcro on the lace for a closure. So that's what I'm going to do with that piece later on. Alright, so then these are the back, the little pouches that I'm talking about that zip. And they open up, and you can get them on sheet sets, some pillowcases, you know, any of those little thicker pouches that's kind of hard to tear and rip. So, like I said, I bought like 4 or 5 of those sheet sets. So I have 3 of them here where I've, you know, used the sheet sets. I have one on my bed, my mom's bed, my daughter's bed, and then I opened the one where I replaced the sheets and washed them on mine. So then we have 2 extra sets of sheets now. So I said I'll make pockets, tags, and tucks, like plain Jane basic pocket, tags, and tucks, and that's going to be my ephemera pack holders for them. Eventually, I would like to get over to where, like, it's the hard case, the 8.5 by 11 hard cases, like I do my 12 by 12 papers. But, you know, right now, this is what I have, and this is what I'm going to use because it's going to work. So, use what you got. And these open, the length on them folded up is about 3.5 to 4 inches wide all the way around. So, I mean, those will be perfect pouches for that. And what I'll do is I'll put them in one of my little carts. I'm probably going to get me another one of these pink carts. They have them on Amazon right now that are $42. And they have a little drawer in the top and a flat surface on the top with 2-tier shelves. And they fit at the end of my bed perfect. They're about, I want to say 30 inches tall with the wheels, maybe 32. So I'm going to get me another one of those. And that'll be my ephemera pack storage holder for that. And then the top piece of it, I can wheel around when I'm watching TV, printing, and work on the top of it, you know, and tear the extras off of the pages and, you know, whatever. So, like, just where the writing is, I'll take a ruler. And I got this ruler at Dollar Tree, and they still have them. And the reason I got it, if you can see, it has that edge right there where it's a little built up. So I got it because it was perfect to have to place letters on my scrapbook pages, because it had that little ledge on it. I could put my letters and space them out with that little ledge. And it was $1 when I bought it, and it's $1.25 now. But I'll take this, and it's perfect for that. So I hold it, and you have, you know, to use as a tear ruler, because it has, it's not, and it is got like a little hole in the inside of it. If you can see, it's got a little dip in there, but it's a flat back, other than that little dip. And that doesn't hinder you up at all with tearing your papers. And so I'll do that, and just you have the book page. And then what I'll do is I'll take these scrap pieces, which are perfect to stamp on. So if you don't have the money to print off labels and buy labels pre-made or what have you, you can get stamps from the Dollar Tree, y'all. They got beautiful little big stamps there. And Tamu has them. So I got a small, like small stamps up to about, I want to say a ½ inch or inch size of number stamps from Tamu for like $3. So I would take and I would stamp on this. So when I tear book pages down like that, I'll have a little box here. And I got this at Dollar General this year for $2. And I just thought it was pretty. And the reason why I got it was because of the length of it. It was long enough to put, you know, the tore down scraps in to where they wouldn't get bent. And that's what I do with them. Just put them in that, and then I'll sit down watching TV or something and just stamp me up a bunch. Put them in a little zipper pouch and just put stamp numbers, black ink, you know, whatever ink I stamp them in. That's what I do. So then, you know, everybody's got Ziploc bags. So I have, you know, scrapbook pages. So when I was pre-making some, loading up yesterday's video, so I'll just sit here and just pour down some papers. And then I'll use that to, you know, make, build ephemera pieces from this. And then I have scrap printed page. So when we cover tags and such with our printed background pages, I'll take and whatever I don't use on this, I'll throw it in here. Then, you know, we'll make a collage piece or whatever have you. So, and that's the pieces that I would like to have, you know, like one of those boxes or whatever. But I'll get that eventually. So this is what I had, and this is what I said is going to work. And I love that. So what I am going to do today, after I got through yakking about all of that stuff and showing you what you could do with what you had, what I am going to do is talk about these pages here. This is just like 100 of them. And this lady, Melina 1202 on Etsy, it's M-I-L-E-E-N-A 1202. She has beautiful floral backgrounds. And I think when I bought it, and I know it's still on there, when when I bought this, I downloaded it. And like I said, I didn't know that you didn't have to download everything at the time you bought it and keep it on your laptop until you had time or money to buy the ink and paper to print it. I did not know all of that. So I have learned since that once you pay for it and it's in your purchase history, you can go back through your purchase history and you can download it and print it as you are able to do so. So this is some of her beautiful backgrounds, floral backgrounds. And this is 8.5 by 11, and my printer does edge, borderless print. I mean, just look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful florals. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is kind of like the blue, purple tones and pinks and Tilly look. So this is just 100 of them. And she had like 300 or 400 in that set. So, and it does come from Google Drive. And no, you don't have to have an account with Google Drive. She'll tell you, all you have to do is copy, cut, and paste the link in your browser, and it'll open it up for you, and you can download it from there. But it is Milena 1202 on Etsy. M-I-L-E-E-N-A. So that's where I got those, and that's what I'm going to be working with. And you can print these and use them as journal pages. You can print front and back and have, a beautiful journal pages. And I'll probably go back and do that eventually. But for what I wanted to do with them is I wanted to make, some base tags and such, something like, this is roses. And then you could take and use just the strips of the parts where it has the roses on it, and then save the middle for backing, or you could just, whatever. That's my intention anyways. So see, like this page where it has the print on the side, I would make a tag, one here or one there, tag here and a tag there, and then this middle strip I would use to back the tags with. Or if I didn't, if I put it on something that didn't really need to be backed, I would put it in my scrap printed paper, and then I would have, I might make me another bag. I'm thinking of that. Let me write that down. Backings. Let me do that. Backings bag. Make sure I remember that, because I think of things, and then I might watch my video tomorrow or the next day, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I was talking about doing that, I forgot. And then all my stuff's gonna be in together. So then I would have, like printed scrap would be like, a piece of this right here, which some of this could be used for backing, but I'm talking about anything where it doesn't have, like a print, like a, like a design type, that's basic color. You can use that as a backing. So I wanted to tell you about those pages, and that's what I would be using if you wanted to play along this week. And like I said, you don't have to print all of them at one time. I just printed, a section of them, and I think these were like the $3.99 and down. That's what I did. That's what I printed. Just whatever the last one on there was. So then I have, like I said, I have this book page that I've been using because I tore it apart and made a book for my daughter. I made an altered book. We have, the Webster Dictionary pages that we can use. And I have the Spanish Spoken English Dictionary, where it has two parts. One is in Spanish and one is in English. And its back is already missing on this. So I can't save that to use it as any other thing. So this is stuff that I'm going to be working with. Alright, so I went to Walmart. I got guest checks at Walmart. They were $7 and something, almost $8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. And each pack has, let's see, each pack has 250 guest checks in them. Nope, scratch that. Alright, it's 250 total checks. Each pack has 50. And so we'll make some stuff out of those. These were the pale green looking background. Then y'all, guess what I found at the Dollar Tree? Shut your mouth. Look at that. Time cards, white time cards at the Dollar Tree. Run and get them. There's 50 in here. And also they had the Plain Jane white index cards. Perfect to make tags, pockets. You glue it here, put your little punch pot. So I got 2 packs of them. I got 6 packs of these because we use these at work as well. So, oh, and they also have some beautiful fabrics if you can catch them. If you can't get stuff that you want, like, you know, like these time cards or the index cards, which, you know, which us as crafters, you know, once we see something, we buy a bunch of it, you know, because we don't know when we're not going to have it. So we got to have it all. So the lady at the Dollar Tree, I'm so sorry, sweetie, I forgot to get your name. I told her about my channel, so she said she would subscribe. And if you're watching, please say hey and leave your name in the comments. Thank you so much. She has said that they were planning on getting together and doing a Dollar Tree video. So like people do hauls and they can't find the stuff that in their local store, they're going to tell you where you can go and what you can do about finding the stuff that everybody's on videos hauling. So when she gets that information together and shares with me, I'll let you all know. So they had, like I said, some really pretty cloths for springtime. There was like a dark blue black background with like a bluish green truck, a teal colored truck with flowers on it. And I've got some stuff to go with that. So of course, you know, that's going to be coming up sometime this week, and I'm going to make some journal covers. And they had like this real pretty, it's like a gray pinstripe, look like pinking type of, if you know what that looks like. It was really pretty. So I bought about five or six of those. They had some pretty different sunflowers. And then there was, I don't know if you all remember, like, there was a collection that's home or at home. I think it was Echo Park or either Cartabella that had it. And then Hobby Lobby did a knockoff kit of it, of like the home thing. So they have cloth that matches that. So it's really pretty. Hang on. You know, I can't tell you about it and not show you. So give me just a second. And I'm sorry about some of the glary stuff, you know, in the video, y'all. All right, so this top piece is my ephemera assortment I've got to get sorted out and put in my little pouches underneath my desk here. And this was my homemade ephemera pouch that I made for myself that doesn't quite work as well as you can see. So I was going to use that for like bigger stuff. But yeah, I made that myself. And it was cardboard like this here that I cut down. And it had, you know, and just wrapped it in paper. These boxes, I find them all the time. Dollar Tree, or not Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Big Lots has them a lot. Alright, I got this at Walmart for my Blue Rose journal. Shut your face, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, this would be a good wildflower journal cover. That's going to be my Blue Rose journal cover. So, and then I got this. I'm going to do a lemon journal. And then I got this for my strawberry journal. All that came from Walmart. Those pieces did. Alright, so all of this came from the Dollar Tree. And see, it's like a gray black. It's not, it's so pretty. So I got those. I got these. It's so pretty with the sunflower. And then they had this teal florally background I thought was just beautiful. So I was like, that can be a good backing for that. And it would be good with this home. This is the one that I was telling you about with the home thing on it. I didn't really want to open it up, but you can see where I'm talking about, where it has the home gather type stuff on it. And I know Echo Park or either Carter Bella, either one has it. And it's on, but that would be pretty. And this is the truck, y'all. Shut your face. Look at that. And that would be perfect for my daisy journal. I didn't even recognize it had daisies on it. That's going to be my daisy journal cover. Shut up. Look at that. And then seeing that teal would be perfect. Matched up with that. Yes, ma'am. So, you know, I had to get more than one of them. Because, you know, it's just the way I am. Because I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Oh, I can, you know, and I've got bukus of paper to make this stuff with. So, I mean, it's not like it's not going to be used. It probably won't be used for, you know, a little bit. I may not get all this done this year, but, you know, it's going to get used up. And that, see, look, and that's the daisy stuff that I was going to do for one of my daisy journal covers. You know, just things you find while you're out and you know you have the paper at home or the kid at home and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, you know, it's just as much the shopping and hoarding up the stuff to make it with as it is to actually making it. I had to get a drink. We're probably like 20 minutes in the video and I ain't made the first thing, but other than showed you how to tear paper. But I just wanted to show you a few ideas. How long is it? Ooh, it is 20 minutes. See, told you. All right, so what my next journal is going to be, y'all, is a wildflower journal, and I have found some beautiful papers on Etsy, and I did remember to print it and print the name of where I got it. So I'll share that later on when we get to the journal. Right now we're just going to make ephemera pieces and just play. I got all this stuff, and I printed this out while I was sitting here sick, you know, so something to do. And this is where I made, you know, that extra long craft paper that I have. And these were the paper tablecloth placemats that I found at a place called Top Shelf. And I was like, oh, that's just going to be a beautiful journal cover. So that's what I'm doing with that. And then I got this at, where did I get it? I think it was Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble, yep, because my daughter had a gift card there, and she went there, and I was like, ooh, I found that. So, this came from Barnes & Noble. You can get it off of Amazon as well. And then, this floral sticker, I've seen several people use this, the Sticker Studio in Flora. And it has beautiful stickers of stuff, of all kinds of plants and stuff in it. As you can tell, I picked out a few pages that I liked. And so I was like, you know, I'll go through and do the wildflower and use some of these stickers on them. So that is my intent with that. But this is the complete language of flowers. And it gives you a definition and some illustrations, you know, of the actual flowers and such. So I went through and picked out a few of different colors and that I thought would be pretty to put in my wildflower journal. You know, and they may not technically be wildflowers, but some things are, some things aren't, you know. So, and that's why I have, like, in these bags, these are like my ephemera build bags for when I actually am working on a journal. I'll have, like, things that are meant to be ephemera pieces that are going to be used and tucked in pockets or tucks. And this is stuff that are actually, I'm going to make tags with. So, I tore those down. So that's where these came from, like the definitions of and such came from this complete language of flowers. So, yeah, I bought a definition of flower book just to turn down to, you know, turn into ephemera. Sure did. So then I was like, well, it'd be pretty to put on a tag, you know, and you can write on the back of it, you know, just pretty decorations. Thought it would be good. So that's what we're going to be working on. And these here were ones where I just could not decide which side I wanted to use, honestly. So that, you know, I have this side. I'll turn it so you can kind of see it and get it in the camera. And then this side. So I was like, I didn't want to tear either one of those sides up. So those are the ones that I deemed to be ephemera pieces where it'll be a pocket or a tuck, and they'll just be stuck in there. So that's the bits that we're going to be working on for upcoming journal. All right, so now what I want to do. All right, so I have a lot of these tags that we have, like different sizes. I got them from Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. So my intent is to cover these with these florally pretty print papers here and make us up some. That's what my intent is. And then I have, you know, some envelopes. This one here I found with my sister when we were out thrifting in Burlington one day. It's just a bunch of just, you know, plain Jane envelopes. I want to cover, and I think my printer will print on these, and I'm going to try that. That's why they're out. So I was thinking I could take and print on these front and back, and then make a flip-flop journal out of them. That's what I'm going to try. Alright, so then we have, you know, the bits and pieces that, you know, you get. I got them from the Wendy's, I'm not even going to lie. It was, so like you had the barbecue, the ranch, and all that, the dressings. This is the, in between the dressing levels, or the dip levels. So, got a bunch of these. So, we're just going to take and do some covering of that, and use these pretty floral, and I printed this just on plain old 20-pound regular old copy paper, just on one side, because I knew I was just going to cut it and make tag pieces out of it, and use the rest of it for collage pieces or whatever. But you can take and print this front and back on what you would normally use for your journal paper, which is, I wouldn't use anything below 32 pound, because if you do a print on a dark paper, 32 is the lightest weight that I've found, where you can print something dark and flip it over and you wouldn't be able to see any of the imaging on the other side of it. So 32 pound weight is the lightest weight that I've found that you can do that with. So that's what I plan on doing. And again, that is Mileena 1202, M-I-L-E-E-N-A 1202 on Etsy. So what I thought about doing is, like, see where this here is, I'm just going to flip it over, and was just going to glue some tags down. But since we can just take this piece here and pretty much just glue it to that, that's what I'm thinking about. And then just cutting it down the middle, or just cutting it and making tags that way. Be surprise tags, you know. I love doing that. So that's what I'm going to be working on for a few videos, is getting some, you know, pre-made ephemera base pieces down. And we'll do some collaging and put some book pages on stuff. We'll make just, you know, tags out of book page, pockets out of book page, tucks, such and things like that. That's what I'm planning on. Alright, so let's see, would a glue stick work better for this? It's probably going to curl it up. I'm just going to use this. I ain't even worried about it. So I'm just going to put this down, because this is kind of flimsy. It's not really cardstocky. So, you know, but it is a little thicker than just regular old printer paper. So that's why I said this would work good to give it, you know, a little bit of heft to it. And it's, you can write on it. So you won't really need to back it if you don't want to. And yes, ma'am, I did fill up my glue bottle, so I'm ready to go. And I'm sorry, I didn't even ask how everyone's doing. I hope everybody's doing well. As you can tell, I am excited to be back crafting it up and being able to get that. I was like, I did sit down and I did do some crafting on my burlap and lace journal, and got the pieces picked out, and everything that I made for that journal I put in that journal, because I was like, I made it for this and it's going in it, you know. So it was one of them situations. I was like, you're going in this journal, so, you know, don't tell me you're not. Let me get I need to throw my boxes up here out of the way. Because on my tower, I've got a tower here beside of me that has like has paper stored in the back corner of this L-shaped desk. So if you see me sling something up top, that it's going up there, because I have two trays on the top of it that are like scrap paper trays, basically. And whenever I do, if I can get the words out of my mouth, whenever I do my mini books, that's where most of my scrap paper and cardstock goes to, up there in that. Right, so I'm going to lay that to the side and let it dry a little bit. What was I going to show you? Oh, yeah. I did have somebody ask me about how my faux leather was looking. And that's how it looks, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down to where it's 12 inches by 9 inches and just do a single journal, single signature journal on it, because I don't want this scruffy edge around it. But that's what it looks like. I think I'll use that as the front piece. I like that a lot. So it's doing good. Let me throw that back up top there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing while I was down for the count, pretty much. Was, basically I was in the bed for like 3 days. Couldn't really do nothing. These pieces here, I'm just gonna just do the flower bits on the side. Now this here, I'll use the whole piece of it. But these pieces that have like the trim on the side of it, I'm not going to glue the whole piece, so I'll just take and put the tag piece, wherever the flower is. Wherever the floral printing is what I'm going to do with that. So then, see, I'll do a tag. I'll do one here, and then I'll probably attach another one up top here. If I can get a hold of them. And then I would do one like this. And then, well, that would need to be a smaller tag. You could do it like that. That would work too. But yeah, that's what I'd probably do with those pieces. Instead of just, gluing the whole thing down, I would just do the bits and bobs off of it that I could use, and then save the middle piece and put it in the scrap box. Like these. That's what I would do with those. And this one here, I would probably cover a whole page with that, because even though this would be, pretty much basically plain Jane, you could decorate pieces up with it. So that's what I'm doing. Y'all, I tell y'all one thing. I've had the most headache-ish of a time with storage on my phone. Now, I'm not really, too tech savvy with, the iPhone and that, because I'm a Google girl, I'm an Android girl. I love my Amazon, and girl, let me tell you, that Amazon, I keep wanting to say Amazon, but that Android phone, the Samsungs, I could do any and everything I wanted to do on that thing, y'all. I mean, it was a mini computer in my hand, and it was a weapon at times, because I'd be like, oh, you want Nerlin? Yeah, there you was. Yeah, you was. You go through a few messed up relationships. You learn how to be a detective, trust me. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is I hate iPhones. I really hate an iPhone with a passion. And I fought and fought and fought. I didn't want iPhones. I hated iPhones. I didn't want an iPhone. I didn't care about being an iPhone-y girl. I didn't want an iPhone. Well, my kids. Mom, I want an iPhone. I want an iPhone. So what started this on the iPhone journey was I bought one for my daughter. at Walmart and paid for the phone. And, you know, all we had to do is just hook it up and get the service on it, right? Or so we thought. And then we went back to the said Walmart to get the service on it. And I almost went to jail because I about showed my true colors and my true self there. Because this little dude was like, well, man, we just sell the phone. We don't offer the service. I was like, excuse me? That's not what that's not what you said when I bought it. That's not what your paper right here says. Well, in our area, or the area we live in, they don't support. At that point in time, they did not support the iPhone on the Walmart coverage service or whatever you have. So I said, are you kidding me? And so at the point, you know, I had the big old LG Note, whatever it is, through the Walmart service of the U.S. Cellular at the point in time. This is my carrier through Walmart. So, you know, I bought the phone and then I just paid, you know, the one time $45 unlimited at the time for usage. So, with all of that being said, you know, like I said, I was about to go to jail because he was sitting there telling me that, you know, basically I paid $800 or $900 for a phone that was useless. It's pretty much what he was telling me. And I was heated. I was very, very upset. So I said, well, no, you're going to give me my money back. He's like, well, ma'am, I said, no, you're not going to come out your mouth with, ma'am, no, we can't, because you are. You're going to give me my phone back. If you can't hook the phone up to your service like you said you could, I don't care about the coverage in our area. You told me that you could do it. When I bought the phone 2 weeks ago, you know, Santa Claus went Christmas shopping at the Walmart 2 weeks before Christmas. And yes, the returnability is still available. So we're going to return this. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to cancel my plan and my phone with the other service, and I'm going to go down here to the U.S. Cellular because my baby girl wanted an iPhone for Christmas. She wanted an iPhone for Christmas so bad that I was like, I'm not getting no iPhones, and just kept on, you know, telling her, I'm not getting iPhones. We're not going to use iPhones. I don't like them. I'm not getting an iPhone. So, you know, she was brokenhearted for a good month because she was just, you know, knew for sure, you know, old mama was going to be hard-headed and not switch over. And so I was not going to let my little girl be so disappointed in the fact that, you know, the Walmart was not going to allow us. Ooh, and that's going to leave strippy stripes in that. Daggone it. I don't like that. And yeah, that's going to leave strippy stripes all in that. Man, quit running your mouth. Alright, so I guess we are going to do a glue stick it up. Okie dokie then, let's switch it up. I'm going to get me a good glue mat down, because this is going to have a whole full page. Alright. So anyways, needless to say, we went down to the old U.S. Cellular office, and we got iPhones. But anyways, with all of that being said, my iPhone that I have is older. It is a 10 RS something or another. Because, you know, I didn't want to update. And the phone's been paid off for a bit, because I got the plan where, you know, I took the money that I used to get her phone with and started our plans, 2-year service. Well, our 2-year service has been over for like 4 or 5 years now, and I've just been paying a month as you go, you know, whatever. So, well, the storage on my phone is, you know, pretty near run out, you know, pretty close to being ran out. So, you know, and then with shooting videos and such, you know, I've had to pretty much download and take any and everything off my phone, all my pictures and everything, which, you know, I've got them backed up on my laptop, so now my laptop don't have no memory. So, and, the OneDrive or whatever, you know, you can buy the extra storage, and I bought that, and I don't know, it still don't have no storage on it. So then I've gone through and debugged it and cleaned it out and all this and that. But anyways, I did not know that you could take an offload app. So I started doing that to get, you know, free up storage on my phone. So I was doing that. And then, you know, like I said, I've made videos and I watch videos and I watch YouTube on my phone, you know, from time to time and this and that. And Facebook, blah, 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 you know. So I said, well, I'm taking everything off this phone that I don't have to have, which is not essential for either my work or my shooting videos. Well, y'all, I shot that video yesterday and it was an hour and 15 minutes. So when I went to flip it around, because I shoot y'all where y'all are like upside down, and then I have to take the video and flip it around so you can see it right. Well, it wouldn't save my video. So I freaked out. I was like, oh no, here we go. I'm not going to be able to do this. So I was like, well, I'm just going to bite the dust. I went and took every app on my phone off. Deleted every single app off of my phone. I sure did. So then my daughter, who was the one, you know, was like, wanted the iPhone. So I told her, I was like, you know, here's what I had to do to shoot this video. Get it uploaded and all this and that. And she's like, oh yeah, you can just go in and clear the glitch. I was like, no you can't, I've looked for that. She's like, oh well, you know, probably not on YouTube, but you know, Facebook, you can go through and you can clear your history on that, clear the ad share and blah 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 blah, you know, because you have the little ads and the reels and whatever pops up. Well, it keeps all of that stored in your history of your browsing on your phone, and it takes a bit to go through and get all of that cleared off. So, and then I discovered by pure accidental when I deleted all the apps off my phone, when I said, well, and now I got to go get YouTube back on my phone to upload the video to YouTube. So then I went to the App Store and re-downloaded YouTube. Now, mind you, we've had these phones for a hot minute. And everything and anything that I have ever looked at, thought of looking at, or touched on that phone screen is still saved in the history, browsing, blah, 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 of that phone. So, I walk in there like, you know, I figured something out that's special, you know. I'm like, I'm going to show them. Mama's savvy and tech savvy. She figured it out. Here's how we're going to get it storage back on the phones and not have to worry about updating our phones for a few more months. I walk in there and tell her, you know, like, hey, you know, if you need storage on your phone, go through and take your apps off of your phone that's eating up all your storage memory, and then just re-download them. She's like, oh yeah, most of the apps have clear glitch on it. I'm like, so you knew all this and you didn't tell me, and you saw that Mama was struggling? She's like, oh, I thought you knew that. She's like, you know, you debug all the computers and this and that and other in the house. I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, computer hardware and inware is a little different than phones. Really not, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm used to doing it. I'm not used to messing with the phone. I really, you know. And she's like, well, I thought you knew how to do all that. I was like, no. So, yeah. So here I am thinking, you know, I done figured it out, and I'm going to show the kids, you know, that I'm smarter than they are with the iPhone. No, I'm not. So anyways, that's what I had to go through yesterday for 2 hours to try to get my phone, excuse me, where I could download or upload the video, get it flipped around to where y'all can see it right, and upload it. Now, I got to figure out a way to where I can film the video, and I think that if I didn't have this, like the viewing screen face down, I could probably just film it and upload it and be fine. But I like to be able to see, you know, the screen where I can look up and be like, oh yeah, it's in view. And not have to get up and down 14 times through a video. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my cutter board over. I'll let this, that's just going to add character, we're going to say. Not really. But dang, that, I don't know, I don't look too bad. We'll add some stuff to it. It's just going to be a background. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, mind you that, you know, I'm going to cut the white off of here. So I'm just going to do a 3-inch tag. And we're just going to cut. And slide over. Do 3-inch tag. and cut it. And then this is probably going to be wide, big enough. Yeah, it's 4.5. So we could probably just take, where this is 8.5, cut it at 4 1/4, which would be 8.5. And have us 2 pockets. And that's what we're going to say those will be. Or actually, we could take and cut that on an angle. You get your corners evened up on your cut line and make you a little angle. And then that'll be a tuck spot. And that'll be a tuck spot. And then we'll just trim the white around it. That's what I'm going to do with it. And then this will be a pocket. And we'll trim the white, the excess off of that. Or actually, you can just fold it over if you wanted and glue it down. And then just put your little thumb pullet in there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to even it up. There's my thumb pull. Get my corner around her and corner around it. And then we'll put that in our base pre-made ephemera. So I just like the corner around the top of it. And I'm probably not going to ink it. Now these here, I wouldn't put no tucks or no pull spots or nothing like that on it. Now this, I would probably go back and put lace on it. And just trim that up around it. And that would be pretty. And there we go. Those are, you know, pretty plain Janie bases. You know, it's decorated up. And it's still, that glue's still wet. And when that dries, it won't be as bad. But it's still going to show through. But it's, you know, you can put your sticker on there. You can put a label on it, you know, and it's a pretty, this one I would put, you know, a label or such on it, you know, and that's 2 tuck spots and pockets. And then these tags, you can have long skinny tags, belly bands, glue top and bottom, belly band it. Put your strip of lace on it, boom, there you go. Or you know, cut your corners in the tag traditional shape around the bottoms, and there you go. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like the surprise tag pocket tuck stuff like that. So that's probably what I would do with this, is these papers, and use the glue stick and not the wet glue. Good gracious. Alright, so this one, I was just looking, because see, you're going to trim that piece off, and that's what you'll have left. And I think that would be a pretty, that's going to be a pretty tag, because it's pretty much decorated top to bottom. This would be a good belly band piece, so you can glue that down like that. Put your little piece of lace on it, scrap piece of lace, put your label on it, some type of floral, you know, sticker, what have you, and that would be it. Let's see. And I think I showed y'all, like I took these card things and just made some pre-edged angles for tags, and that's what I would do with it. But that's what I would do with those pieces. Alright, let's do one of these that we did with the old glue sticks. Nope, that's one that has the wet glue. That's gonna show up bad through that. I know it is. Alright, so this is a glue stick one. I'm looking up and I'm turning it around, so let's just cut it. Alright. So I'm gonna measure to the cardboard type piece. 3 inches. Make 2 tags. Whoops, that didn't cut all the way through, did it? Alright, and then we're just going to take this and do 4 1/4. I'll have angled tucks. And I'm not even turning it over to look at it. I'm just going to line my corners up in the cutter hole. Oh yes, look, ain't that pretty? See, so then there is your angles. Flip this over. All right, that piece is going to be gone. Oh, that's going to be a pretty pocket. Put a little pull up there. And I'll do the, you know, I do the trimming up on it. Get that trim piece off of it. I just want to show you what it's going to look like, ideally. And there's your pocket. And you put your label there. Boom, done. See, just let the pretty paper do the work for you. I'm going to flip these over and see what we got. Oh, pretty tags. Pretty tags. And see, and I make a tag and a belly band. That would probably be my tag. That would probably be my belly band, because I could put lace down it. I could put sticker on it. I could put label on it, because you have naked spot area here, you know, that's not floral dip. And this tag, I'd put a label right there. Boom. Done. That's what we would do. Alrighty, y'all. I just wanted to show you what I was going to be, you know, what I had in mind, what I was thinking about doing for the next week or so. Whoopsie. That was my slot punch that fell over. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the video here with that. And we'll come back and talk at y'all tomorrow and get back to work on it. So, I appreciate all of you for hanging in there and wishing me well and all of that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all are so nice to me. And also, let me do that real quick. So you can make, you know, take your florally edge bits here. If you didn't want to, you know, like this small piece, you make your pulls out of it. So I got to get me some. I got 3 boxes where I want one. It's just going to be whale tails, and then I have the pulls with that are a round top, a square top, and an angle top on them. So I'm going to work on doing that. And those are the rounded top, the square top, and the angle top are all die cuts. And then I have the whale tail punch. So I was going to use those to fill those up with scrap pieces eventually. So, but anyways, that's what we did today. So you all have a good day. Greatly appreciate you for watching. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, enjoy your crafting. Thanks so much for all of the new subscribers and all of the people that waited on me to come back. I greatly appreciate you all. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk at you tomorrow.